From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
And I felt proud. I started saying, I am the greatest.
We take a look at the legacy the greatest Muhammad Ali left in the Valley.
For some, dressing up as your favorite comic book character is serious business. Learn how much cash some shelled out in order to claim best costume.
Plus, for the first time, the Copa America soccer tournament comes to the United States. Why Sunday's game in Glendale saw an influx of fans.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Christina Tatro.
And I'm Joey Carrera. Thanks for joining us. Those around the world and here in Phoenix are mourning the loss of Muhammad Ali. The famous boxer passed away Friday in Scottsdale due to septic shock. He was 74. Cronkite News reporter Lindsay Wisniewski spoke with members of the Parkinson's community about Ali's impact here in the Valley.
Thanks, Joey. Muhammad Ali, champion, civil rights activist, and one of the greatest sports figures to ever step inside the ring. But for many here in Phoenix, his impact was mostly here with Parkinson's disease at the Muhammad Ali Center and at the Barrow Neurological Institute. Today, people from Parkinson's community gathered to remember the three-time heavyweight champion. Ali, who was diagnosed with the disease more than 30 years ago, founded the center with his wife Lonnie back in 1997. His last public appearance was in April at the annual Celebrity Fight Night fundraiser, which raises funds to help others living with Parkinson's. At a media briefing here at the Institute, doctors recalled Ali's visits, as well as how he inspired them in the treatment of the disease.
This strong and powerful man then went and sat down with a group of children, the staff's children, and did magic tricks with them for the afternoon. And that's just the kind of man he was. He was an amazingly powerful man, but at the same time had a really big heart.
The attitude was, well, we'll surmount this. And I think that's the attitude here in the medical center. One of the big things you do is you sell hope.
Residents can place flowers and tributes here in front of the Institute off West Merrill and North 3rd Avenue in Phoenix. Live in Phoenix, I'm Lindsay Wisniewski, Cronkite News.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Perhaps Muhammad Ali's greatest quote about the sport of boxing. Ali inspired many boxing fans across the world. Cronkite News reporter Crandall Brantley found out how boxing clubs in Phoenix took the blow of Ali's death.
It is hard to overestimate the influence of the man often called the greatest fighter of all time. The passing of Ali was a sad moment for many local fighters, including boxers at Central Boxing Gym in downtown Phoenix. Muhammad Ali's death was a crushing blow to the boxing community all across the world, and right here in Central Phoenix. Members of downtown Phoenix's Central Boxing Gym remember the former heavyweight champ as a global icon.
I never met him personally, but when he passed away, it was like I lost somebody, you know, because he impacted the game so much and he impacted so many people that it just felt like a father figure had passed away, you know.
I met him once, you know, he didn't say a whole lot, you know, he kind of dabbed me on the chin. That was enough for me. That was more than enough. I ball up sometimes, you know, just like when I heard the news, it was like, man, I remember that exact moment, you know.
The manager of Central Boxing Gym, Tom Garcia, says he'll always remember Ali as a humble man who would visit the gym late in his fighting career.
He could turn it off and on, you know, when the media came around, you know, he was his I am the greatest, you know, boisterous self, but alone, he was so humble, quiet.
Tyson and Rivera said they learned a lot from studying film of the former heavyweight champ in the ring.
He moved so fluently, and he did it so easily.
It was just like when any kid playing basketball, you know, tried to mimic Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. It's the same for a boxer, you know, you try to mimic the greatest.
All of the boxers I spoke with agreed that Ali's most memorable moments came outside of the ring.
A great man in the ring, and he was a great man outside the ring where people really looked up to him and respected him as a person and as a man.
The owner of the gym tells me Ali was always willing to sign autographs and talk with the boxers. His picture still hangs on the wall. Crandall Brantley, Cronkite News.
This Friday, the world will celebrate the life of Ali at his memorial service in Louisville. Thousands are expected to attend. Ali's body was flown from Arizona into his hometown of Louisville yesterday. His memorial service on Friday will begin with the motorcade through the streets. Speakers at the service include former President Bill Clinton, comedian Billy Crystal, Turkish President Erdogan Recep Tayyip, and King Abdullah II of Jordan. Cronkite News is sending a team to cover the funeral and learn more about Ali's impact on the nation.
I had the opportunity to sit down and speak with Greg Beck, a former USA Today reporter and sports journalist of 37 years, who has vivid memories of not only working with the champ himself, but of the loyalty he had to the Valley.
Left the legacy of loyalty. I think he was loyal not only to his hometown, Louisville, where I'm from, but also to his adopted town, Phoenix, where he was really more like a citizen than a celebrity here. From giving Phoenix the gift of Celebrity Fight Night, lending his name, and they've raised $118 million, almost $120 million for Parkinson's disease, to just being out in the public. I saw him at a couple Suns games, and what was memorable about the Suns game is not only did fans come up to want to meet him, but NBA players stood in line on the court during warm-ups to shake his hand.
What is something that you think the Valley is going to be missing now that he's no longer here?
Oh, just his energy, his passion. Even though he was limited speaking in his final years, his eyes would always light up when he saw somebody, a fan, whatnot. And unlike a lot of athletes today, Michael Jordan, a prime example, who never spoke out about politics or personal beliefs, he brought awareness to everything from Vietnam to religion, the Black Muslim faith, to racism. He spoke out. There have been others who have done that through the years, but he was the one that started that and used a platform that I think changed the world forever.
What would you say is probably something that's most memorable about Celebrity Fight Night? And can you also tell us what the atmosphere in that event is like?
That was an amazing time when he would show up. Early on, I went to maybe 6 or 7 of those. Early on, he would actually come into the VIP room where all the stars were. I mean, Billy Crystal showed up, Kevin Costner, I mean, you go down the list. Carrie Underwood was there this year, and it was amazing where the stars were starstruck by the champ.
If you have any memories of Muhammad Ali you'd like to share, we want to hear from you. Our Public Insight Network wants to know the impact Ali had on your life. Go to cronkitenews.azpbs and fill out our form to share your memories of the champ. It's not quite Jaws, but Californians saw sharks up to 8 feet long.
And beachgoers aren't taking any chances. Coming up on Cronkite News, what beaches are doing to keep people safe after shark sightings.
And today marks the 72nd anniversary of when forces stormed the beaches of Normandy, how residents in Washington remembered the event.
We are here tonight to explore tough issues.
You've got to have people around you who aren't just laying rose petals in front of your way.
And I kid you not, this is true.
Trust is everything.
This has been so much fun.
It's about reaching people.
There are more players on the world stage. The issues are more complex.
We ask the questions that take us closer to the truth.
What happened and what might happen.
Because that's what we do.
Would you like doing something like I do?
I couldn't do this. I'm not qualified.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
Heaven knows you're a dreamer. Don't hide it from anyone. Don't hide it from anyone. Hey, would you believe me if I said we are here for a reason now? This is our life.
While on assignment in southern Afghanistan, a photographer and a freelance journalist of a National Public Radio news crew were killed. This happened yesterday when NPR photographer David Gilkey and freelance journalist Zubdullah Tamana were traveling with an Afghan army unit. The convoy was attacked and their vehicle was hit with shell fire. 2 other NPR crew members were in a following vehicle but were not hurt. In the 15 years since 9/11 attacks, Gilkey returned often to Afghanistan and other conflict zones. He was an award-winning staff photographer and video editor. This marks the first time in 46 years of the NPR history that one of its journalists has been killed while on assignment.
72 years ago, more than 150,000 U.S., British, and Canadian forces stormed the beachside along the stretch of Normandy in France. Today, a ceremony honored the anniversary of D-Day. The Friends of the National World War II Memorial in Washington observed the anniversary with a commemoration and wreath presentation. It's estimated that the D-Day battle left 10,000 Allied soldiers killed, wounded, or missing in action. Of those, over 6,600 were American. On Arizona Horizon tonight at 5:30, we'll hear from a 4-star general who fought during the D-Day battle.
There are some new restrictions for U.S. Navy sailors based in Japan. They are no longer allowed to drink alcohol and must stay on base except for essential trips. This comes after several recent alcohol-related incidents. These range from a U.S. sailor in Okinawa being restricted on suspicion of rape in March to a civilian contractor arrested in the death of a 20-year-old woman in May. The latest was a Saturday traffic accident in Okinawa, injuring 2 people. Alcohol was believed to be involved. The new ban is an order from the U.S. Navy saying these incidents are harming U.S. relations with Japan. About 19,000 personnel are assigned to the U.S. Navy bases in Japan, and Navy ships and planes operating from both of those bases.
On the West Coast, shark sightings shut down popular beach destinations. A stretch of Huntington Beach has been closed after several shark sightings yesterday afternoon. An Orange County Sheriff's helicopter spotted some great white sharks off Anderson Street on Sunset Beach. The sharks were reported to be over 8 feet long, but there was no aggressive behavior reported. The sighting is a week after a shark attacked a swimmer at Corona del Mar State Beach, 15 miles south of yesterday's sighting. The beach did reopen this afternoon.
Well, it's hot here in Arizona. Severe weather of a different kind is heading towards Florida. According to the National Hurricane Center, Tropical Storm Colin has maximum sustained winds of about 50 miles per hour. Colin is the 3rd tropical storm this year in the Atlantic, the earliest 3rd storm to emerge in the Atlantic Basin on record. It is expected to hit the coast sometime today. Residents are preparing by packing sandbags. Florida's governor has declared a state of emergency in all 34 counties in Colin's projected path.
Notified our National Guard, and so we have the potential to activate 6,000 National Guard members around the state.
According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association, the tropical storm could produce 3 to 5 inches of rain in some of these areas, and even a few tornadoes. After making landfall in Florida, experts say the storm will move to southeastern Georgia early tomorrow.
From Jedi Masters to Superwoman, attendees of the Phoenix Comic-Con dressed to impress.
And not all of those costumes came without sacrifice. Coming up on Cronkite News. The time it took to make these costumes and to look at the price tag of your famous comic book characters.
It's all too familiar sight for commuters along Interstate 10, but this white stuff is looking to solve the problem, saving drivers from more detours due to blowing dust and low visibility.
When I was 12 years old, I was watching great performances on PBS. This program with Nureyev came on. Nureyev in a performance of Le Corsaire, and I was amazed and awestruck. I really wanted to do it. I was street dancing at the time, and I never thought of formal dance until I saw great performances. I knew that I was really a novice to dance, like high dance. I decided to check out the high school performing arts. And so one thing led to the next. Today, as a recognized dancer, I absolutely believe that when I saw the performance, it affected me tremendously. And I know that's what happens when I teach. I'm opening an option for them that they hadn't seen before.
Here's a live look outside of our 6th floor terrace. The heat was out in full force again today. We reached 111 degrees here in Phoenix. This marks the 4th day in a row where the valley has seen record-breaking heat. The high of 113 yesterday broke a 26-year-old record. Much of the state is still in an excessive heat warning, but we'll see a cooling front come in and temperatures will begin to drop down to what's normal for this time of year.
The farmer that caused several dust storms and shut down Interstate 10 is breathing a sigh of relief. His dust stabilizer is working. I talked to the makers of this sticky dust solution, one you can find in a junk drawer. $10,000 a day. That's the fine a southeastern Arizona farmer will face every day since his farm created this wall of dust. Arizona's Department of Environmental Quality says it's trying to help the farmer control his newly acquired land, which caused over a 60-mile road closure and 100-mile detour along Interstate 10.
The problem with that area down there is that the sand is so silty and it's sandy, so it doesn't have any clay contents.
Carol Clark at Soilworks says one of her sales reps saw the dust coming and knew they had a solution. Imagine a substance as sticky as glue, only instead of a 6-ounce bottle, Soilworks poured thousands of it at a time.
The Gorilla Snot creates a crust.
That's right, Gorilla Snot.
And a 3D cap. It's still flexible enough that you can walk on, drive on.
ADEQ says while it started as an environmental issue, it's now a public safety concern.
It would be a respiratory issue. So anybody that would be caught in that dust storm, they could be potentially exposed if their windows were open.
While Soilworks is pouring gallons of Gorilla Snot to curb the problem, ADEQ says the farmer has a plan on his end.
He's also going to be planting seed in between the trees that gives a vegetative cover. And ultimately, once the trees become a little more mature, we get some grass grown, that will take care of the issue going forward.
And at $10,000 a day, he's hoping Gorilla Snot dries fast. One Arizona lawmaker says blowing dust can be reduced using a method from 1977. Tucson Senator Steve Farley says the Department of Agriculture used bulldozers to pile beams near the freeway and then planted trees and other plants on top to block the dust. Farley says this could be a quick fix to stopping future dust storms.
Investigators are asking for help to find 2 people who vandalized rocks at the Grand Canyon. The pair spray-painted graffiti near the Yavapai Geology Museum. On May 22nd, a visitor snapped a pic of this couple after seeing them spray paint Evans 16 on a rock. The suspects left before the park rangers could contact them. If you have any information on these people, the Park Services asks you call the number on the screen and leave an anonymous tip.
A new federally proposed rule change could harm Yuma lemon growers. The rule change allows fresh lemon fruit to be imported from Argentina. Local farmers are worried this could ruin the family farms. One family-owned business produces 3 million cartons of lemons annually, which is 7% of the entire U.S. market. The U.S. market produces roughly 40 million cartons annually, whereas Argentina produces 90 million cartons.
If you were in downtown Phoenix this weekend, you probably saw a few superheroes or notorious villains running around. Cronkite News reporter Eddie Keller gives us an inside look at what it takes to make these cosplays.
It has been a staple in the convention scene for years, but what most people don't know is just how much of an investment cosplay can be.
Through the doors, down the escalator, and into a whole new world where you'll be inundated with people dressed as their favorite fantasy characters.
Wade Wilson. W-A-D-E-W space Wilson.
From T-Rex to Sleeping Beauty, At Phoenix Comic Con, you'll see it all.
It's kind of fun.
These cosplays require massive dedication.
I started it towards the beginning of May, like working at like any spare time that I had, putting together everything.
Spending months creating the costumes was not uncommon.
5 months on and off, like if I'm not working, I'm doing this.
Yeah, it is a big investment, and this isn't even nearly as elaborate as most people will do. This is like subpar in comparison to some people you'll see today.
But they didn't just invest their time.
I probably spent about a month's pay on it, which is not insignificant. I made the armor and the hammer and paid somebody to sew the outfit because I can't sew.
More intricate the costume,
Super cheap. I think it ended up being like maybe $20 at the most.
the more it cost.
Probably like around 700.
700. Wow.
Yeah, this alone was 6. And then I had him custom these and the tail, and then I ordered the rest off eBay.
Props alone can cost hundreds of dollars. Adding custom fabrics and the price skyrockets.
Probably about $300.
So why do they do it?
It's really fun. It's like a good way to meet other people. It's also a good way to make new friends.
And it's not just making the cosplay that can be expensive. Factor in travel costs, hotel rates, and even the cost of attendance, and the price can skyrocket. But the people I spoke with had no complaints because they say the experience they had was priceless. Eddie Keller, Cronkite News.
Soccer is the most popular sport worldwide, and this weekend, its second largest tournament came right into town.
And fans were more than ready. Coming up on Cronkite News. Hear why fans prepared months in advance for Sunday's game of Mexico versus Uruguay.
The true measure of all our actions is how long the good in them lasts.
This is who I am, where I'm from.
If you're on the right side of history, you can accomplish anything.
It's a connection between your present and your past.
Come this way. This is good. This is very good.
We are attempting to fulfill the promise of America.
The stories about who we are shape us.
This chance to go through a time machine.
Good heavenly days.
We should know our history.
It informs, but it doesn't constrict you.
It's a framework to carry out human activity.
The sky is the limit.
It started a long time ago.
For only the third time in the award's 74-year history, a Phoenix-based news operation wins the prestigious Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Award for Excellence in Broadcast Journalism. And this year, that news operation is Cronkite News, the news division of Arizona PBS, honored for its work on the groundbreaking documentary, Hooked, Tracking Heroin's Hold on Arizona. Cronkite News at Arizona PBS, award-winning journalism you can count on from the station you trust.
The world's second largest soccer tournament, Copa America, kicked off Sunday night in Glendale, with Mexico beating Uruguay 3-1. There was a sea of green as Mexico fans came out to support. Cronkite News reporter Brian Carroll has more.
Over 60,000 fans filled University of Phoenix Stadium for Sunday's match. But outside, hours before the game, the passionate support for the Mexican national team was already evident. Leonardo Rubalcaba took a regular soccer tradition from home and brought it to the stadium parking lot.
Every Friday we get together with my family and then we make some cookouts. And I mean, it's just about getting together and then spending some time together, discussing about how Mexico is doing against other teams and stuff like that. But I mean, it's just great. I mean, this atmosphere, I love it.
Rubalcaba was among a large contingent of fans who traveled from far and wide, some coming from Mexico to cheer on the team known as El Tri.
I was born and raised in northern part of Mexico, which is Chihuahua. I currently live in El Paso. I came over to Phoenix to watch the game because I'm a huge fan of Mexico, of course.
The fans get real passionate, real crazy every time the select team comes and play, especially in most known Mexican parts of the United States. The trip from San Diego was kind of long due to the fact that we have family and kind of halfways of the road, so we kind of made a quick pit stop last night. It's a trip worth taking to come see this for the first time.
Well, my favorite team is Chivas. Actually, I play for them for 10 years. So yeah, I'm from a big family about soccer. Yeah, Chivas from Guadalajara, one of the biggest team in Mexico. And I just moved here from Vallarta. My wife is from Chicago.
Mexico travels to Pasadena to play Jamaica on Thursday, and then Houston to play Venezuela 1 week from today. From Glendale, I'm Brian Carroll, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, we'll take a look at new state laws affecting Arizona businesses. And on the anniversary of D-Day, we'll meet an Arizona veteran and highest-ranking survivor of the Normandy invasion.
I'm Hari Srinivasan. On the next NewsHour, we take a trip on Route 66, the iconic highway from Chicago to Santa Monica, long surpassed by the interstate system. It's having a rebirth. That's Monday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.